Well, there's Fred and Ethel, all serviced up. Got all the preventative maintenance and a few little fixes done, for now anyway. And we're off on our next cross-country adventure. Stay tuned, and we'll keep you updated with some new places, some familiar places, and hopefully a lot of fun with RV Traveler's Voice.
Yes, I'll come back to you. Then I'll ask, what have we done under the sun?
We found a diamond in Arkansas.
Oh my word. Mom, I can't believe I found the diamond to my ring in the camper in Arkansas. Don't know how it got here. Is that miraculous?
It's that glittery thing right there. Oh, there it is. Yes, you heard right. We found a diamond in Arkansas. And I think I better give you a little bit of the backstory behind this. Many years ago, my wife's great aunt Mildred passed away without any living relatives and gave her wedding ring to my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law had it reset into a nice setting that she wore for several years, and just a few years ago she passed the family heirloom down to my wife, who also has been wearing it for the past few years. A while back, she looked down and noticed that she was missing one of the diamonds. And distraught, of course, with this being a family heirloom, disappointed that she had lost the diamond, took it in right away, and we had the diamond replaced and returned it to its original condition, but without one of the original diamonds. So fast forward to our trip to Edgewood here in Arkansas, and on the last day of our trip there in Edgewood, while getting dressed in the morning, my wife looked down and noticed something glistening on the floor. And thinking it was just one of the tiny metal shavings that tend to come out from beneath the walls and seams during travel, left over from construction of our rig, she just reached down and touched it with the tip of her finger to pick it up and put it into the trash can. Well, this time the feel was just a little bit different, and she picked it up, couldn't believe what she saw, and called to me and identified, yes, it was a diamond. So yes, the family heirloom remains secure, the diamond remains secure, and yes, we did find a diamond in Arkansas, but just not at the usual place you hear campers find it. We were not at Craters of Diamond State Park in Arkansas, but we were here at Edgewood on DeGray Lake here in Arkansas, where we found a diamond, a very special one. So that's the backstory. And now on with the rest of our program here at Edgewood. We hope you enjoy the rest of the time that we give you a little sneak peek of the campground here. Well, hello everybody. This is Reagan, your RV Traveler's Voice, coming to you from Edgewood Recreation Area on DeGray Lake, just outside of Arkadelphia, Arkansas. And we're going to give you a tour of the various campsites here. We've published another tour, and that time when we were here, it was pretty empty. So if you want to see the campsites in their natural state with no campers on them, and get a better idea of exactly what looks like on each of the sites, you might switch over to that other video. This one will take you through all the campsites, but it is Memorial Day weekend, so every campsite is full. And to help you know, maintain the enjoyable time for everybody and respect the campers' privacy, we're gonna make a quick tour through, but not get too, I'll call it invasive in our videoing of the various sites, just to give you an idea as well what the campground here looks like when it is fully booked up. And hopefully that will help you make your camping decisions. And we'll start here with number 1. Campsites here are in a main loop with a couple of cross streets. Number 1 on the outside of the loop. It is currently closed. It's been closed the last couple of times we've been here. So maybe there's a problem with the connections there. Making our way on down to site number 2, back end site. This is where Fred and Ethel will be. And this one is pretty much by itself since 1 is closed and there are no other sites down from it. So you have a nice wide open view from the front of our rig here. You'll see wide open view and the lake down below. And site number 3 is listed as a pull-through site. It's really a pull-along site here alongside the road. And your picnic table, campsite up in the trees. And we come up here on site number 4. It's a back-end site with your campsite up amongst the trees. And you are not too close to your nearest neighbor. You can kind of see it there through the trees. But right across, you have a nice view of the lake. Coming up on number 5 here, another back-end site on the inside of the loop. And it is right close to the first bathhouse. Number 6, a pull-through site here overlooking the lake. It is kind of right on the road, but out in front on the campsite, you do have a great view of the lake down below. And another pull-through here site, number 7, up into the woods. But again, nobody out in front of you as you look out over the lake below. And number 8, here another pull along the road, pull-in site along the road. And you see you are a little close to the neighbors behind you. Your picnic table kind of joins up to the picnic table of the neighbors behind you. As we come to the back part of the loop here, you'll see the sites are a lot closer. Here's site number 9, back end site. And directly across we have site number 10. And site number 11, another back end site. And site number 12, another back end site. All nestled close together down here towards the end of the loop. And back on the outside, site number 13.
It's a double wide.
Has a double platform. And we have site number 14 on the inside of the loop. And the second bathhouse is just past site number 14. And as we come along site 15, another level site, double wide back end concrete pad, and facing off into the lake as well. And just down from 15, we'll find a walkway to the playground. And we have another tight grouping of sites here, starting with site 16, backing into the woods. Site 17 on the inside. Site number 18 on the outside. Playground in the background there. And 19, another site backing into the woods near the playground, but there's really nothing out in front of you. You have a view of the lake here, the last part of the loop before we turn to go back. Site number 20 on the inside. And on the outside of the loop, we have 4 tent sites, 21, 22, 23, and 24. All down here by the lake. all with water and electric pedestals. And the last one here at the end, probably with the nicest view of the lake, but this site 25 is quite a short site, particularly for those trying to make the corner here with a large rig. Your rig is going to stick out in the road. And on the inside, site number 26, just across from the beach you see in the distance, and the boat dock, the unofficial boat dock, and the lake. And we're coming up on site 27. Back inside, your picnic table is on the back side of your campsite. Across, you'll have site number 28. Nice view of the lake down below. Site 28. And site 29 has a little extra parking area here. And it is very close to the lake as well. We'll swing you around so you can kind of see the picnic area for that one. Out the front, you see the picnic table there below, and some steps down. Site 30 is another pull through site. Pull over from the edge of the road. And they have a little tent out there, so it's not an RV parked here, but there's your hookups. Site 31 here on the inside. Your camp area is up behind you.
They're all together.
And here we are at 32, another site looking out over the lake. A pull over site. And that same site, nice view of the lake. And on the cut through, you have site number 33, this picnic table down below. And site 34, an interesting one, in that your picnic table is up behind you. And 35 here at the end of the cut through. It is a little tight to the one we showed you earlier on the outside of the loop. It is officially a handicap site. Easy access to the restrooms straight behind you. Site 36 here, not a bad site. You have a lot of open space out in front of you. As you back into this slightly sloped uphill site where this pop-up is. This is site number 36. And back on the main loop, another pull aside site here, number 37. And right, yeah, very close to the road. And the next site, 38, right at the tip of your hitch. Also with this campsite up the hill, but you do have a great view
And
of the
nothing
lake.
across from you.
Nothing across from it. And coming up on another large unobstructed camping area, not too close to your nearest neighbors. This is site number 39. Back in sight with your campsite up the hill into the woods. No neighbors on either side, very close at all. Coming up on site number 40 here. 40 and 41 are kind of sister sites. The only two on this little section of the loop. Nice, easy lake access as well. And here's 41. Fairly close to 40 as you can see. But another one with great unobstructed views out the front. And easy access to the lake. And here we are.
Right there. Do what you want to do.
Yeah, as we look at site 42, faces right out, easy access to the lake. Great for a large party, as you can see is happening here. And make our way through the last group of sites here, 43, on the inside of this little cut through, out in the woods. And you face over to the road here. And site 44 is here on the inside of this cut through. Pretty well spaced as well. Number 45 here on the inside. Kind of see the distance to your neighbors there. 46 is a very long level site with a straight shot to the bathhouse down through the woods. And the picnic table is way up here by the front. Site 48. Here is the top of the hill. No one out in front of you. So lots of space to run. 49 is nearing the top of the hill here. Another back end site. Level pad. A little closer to your neighbors as you can see. 50. And we've stayed at this one before. Nice one with no real close neighbors to either side. And site 51 on this cut through the back end. Well spaced from your neighbors. Level site.